Welcome back to Theme Park Wizard. I'm here at Universal Studios Hollywood to give you your Halloween Horror Nights tips and tricks. Your survival guide behind me is the Purge Dangerous Waters, which will certainly be the survival guide as a brand new show here. So let's get started. Alright, so we're going to start here on the upper lot, and we're going to talk about some ticket types. So there's plenty of ticket types to go this year, and some are selling out quite quickly. So there's general admission starting at $74 on most days, and it goes up as you go into the later on the season. There's Express, which is sold out for the month of September basically right now, and there's Express Unlimited. Same thing works just for the general park. Express gets you an express pass to one time express pass to each show and attraction. And Express Unlimited gets you a limited amount of times for each show and attraction. Again, there's also a after 11 p.m. Express. So if you're not sure if you want Express, but you come to the event and the lines are too long and you're trying to waiting and you want to get some stuff done, you can upgrade to an after 11 p.m. Express at the event. Then there's a after 2 p.m. day-night combo ticket. If you want to get some rides done, if this is your only time that you come to Universal Studios Hollywood this year, usually people come once a year, and that's the Horror Nights is one time a year. If you want to ride some rides and not have to worry about them during the event, including riding some rides that are not open during the event, like Secret Life of Pets, you can get that after 2 p.m. day-night ticket. And there's after 2 p.m. day-night express ticket as well. That also includes access to Super Nintendo World between 7 to 10 p.m. on Horror Nights days. If you have the after 2 p.m. day-night combo, that is the only chance you can go to Super Nintendo World during Halloween Horror Nights between 7 and 10 p.m. only. New this year is an early entry ticket. Early entry used to be free. You should show up at 5:30 p.m. and the event really start at 7, but they'll let you into the lower lot houses at 5:30 p.m. Now it's an upcharge. It starts at $10 during the month of September, $15 usually on weekends, and then all of October it starts about $20 added onto your original ticket. This is like Super Nintendo World's early entry ticket, where you can go ahead and add on $20-$30 to come to Super Nintendo World early. Same thing here, you add on $20 to come to Halloween Horror Nights at 5:30 when the event really starts at 7. These tips and tricks are gonna kind of rotate between early entry and regular time, meaning if you show up at 7 p.m. or if you get the early entry ticket. It kind of changes a lot if you come early entry. If you want to get all the houses done, I suggest you come early entry. If you don't care about the houses, you want to kind of vibe, you want to go on your favorite houses and see the couple shows, then you can come at 7 p.m. If you can't make it at 7 p.m. or early entry and you want to do everything, then I highly suggest you get Express or Express Unlimited. So, at 7 p.m. when this area opens, this is going to be the scare zone, the ghost scare zone. And during this ghost scare zone, a whole bunch of ghosts be coming towards and getting you. So if you don't like that, you'll be immediately inserted into a scare zone here. And then you keep on walking, and then over here is the toys scare zone, right where the fire towers start. Now, the Purge show, the new Purge show is in the Water World stage. I suggest doing that when you come back up to the upper lot. No matter what you do, early entry or first 7 p.m., I suggest rushing down to the lower lot. There's 4 houses that we're going to go over down there. That's about half the event is down there. Get that done and come back up, because this is a very small space. It can be very crowded, and the huge heavy hitter IPs are down there as well. So you want to get those mazes done or houses done before the lines get too long. Alright, so as you head to the lower lot, again, this is that toys scare zone you'll be going to. Next up over to the left is the Dia de los Muertos bar themed area. Again, I just going to the lower lot first, then coming up and doing all this last. Alright, so when you made it down the low lot, you have a lot of options. You have a couple of themed bars and eateries. You have the house Last of Us is gonna start from over here. Stranger Things is gonna be over by Transformers. The queue is, and also Holidays in Hell would be over there as well. And then they have the Exorcist Believer, which might also load from here as well. The two biggest IPs of this year's event are Stranger Things and The Last of Us, so those probably have the long lines. So I suggest when you get to the lower lot, go to one of those first. Again, this is only if you want to go to all the houses. Again, at 7 p.m. they already might be 2 to 3 hours long. We shall see because of the early entry. But no matter what, you should definitely get down here first for those two houses. And then I'd say Exorcist Believer and then Holidays in Hell. The only reason I say Holidays in Hell last is because it's a repeat from 2019 and the other three houses down here are brand new, never been to the event before, so I feel like there'll be more interest in those. Not to say Holidays in Hell won't be busy, but I do feel like it'll be the least busy, even if it's still an hour wait. That means the other ones will just be a lot higher. Something that's sure to be busy is the Stellar Bar. All these bars, last year this is the weekend bar and was very busy, but the Stellar Bar is looking to be very, very busy. So if you do want something from the Stellar Bar, I suggest you do this after the Stranger Things house because they'll have a line coming all the way down here. The weekend had a 2-hour wait sometimes just to get up here. So just be mindful of that. If you do want some themed drinks or themed food, hopefully those pizza fries make a return. But yeah, this will be very busy, so I suggest this is something you do at the very beginning or very end of the evening. Let's talk a little about rides. Rides will be open during the event, such as Jurassic World. If you want to get on Jurassic World, even if it's cold outside, if the event's sold out, which it probably will be, this can have a long wait of an hour. Don't waste your time waiting an hour for this because this is always here, in my opinion. Again, these rides are always here, and the houses aren't always here. So definitely prioritize the houses first. At least get done with every house you want to get done before you even think about getting on a ride, in my opinion. Although there is single rider, you can do that as well. Or Express. Again, if you get the Express, you can get on everything, including the rides, within just a few hours. It's really not that bad at all, and do with experiences. But if you're here for your once-a-year trip and you want to get on your favorite ride, that's fine. I suggest you single ride it or Express it. If you want to get all the houses done as well, it'd be almost impossible to do all of that and eat and stuff. So again, just don't prioritize the rides, but the rides, at least this one, does close a little early, like about 1 a.m. I believe. No, like 12. The Jurassic World closes a couple hours early. Harry Potter Forbidden Journey also closes a couple hours early. So if you do want to get on those rides, that should be something you can do also during early entry. If they're open, I think they close at 5:30. But that could be something you do kind of in the beginning of the evening before they do close down. The Terror Tram also closes early, and we'll get up to that when we get back up there. But just be mindful, Terror Tram and all the rides do close a little bit earlier than the actual event. Another themed eatery that is sure to be busy is Surfer's Boy Pizza. And one of these windows probably be order and then pick up right over there. But these are going to be very, very busy, as it's themed again to Stranger Things, and everyone likes pizza. So if you want to come here again, come here early in the night, and definitely set aside maybe 30 minutes to stand in line for this eatery because it will be quite busy with the bar and the Stranger Things house right down the way at Transformers. Scoops Ahoy is the 80s themed Stranger Things ice cream bar as well. So expect this to be quite busy, even if it's cold outside, because everyone likes themed 80s type ice cream. So definitely, this shouldn't be too bad though, maybe like 10 minutes, because they have several lines open and it's just, it's super fast to make. But yeah, let's go actually check out the menu, see if they have any items here. The Scoops Ahoy menu isn't up yet, it's just a regular Scoops, Studio Scoop. Okay, so it looks like the signs for the queue space for Holidays in Hell and the Exorcist Believer are actually over here at the exit of Transformers. So you'll have The Last of Us by the Raptor encounter, and you'll have The Last of Us and, Holidays in Hell and the Exorcist Believer loading right over here. And then right by Super Nintendo, which you go to right now, that is where you'll go to for the Stranger Things house, just like the weekend last year. To you have an idea of where the last office in Holidays in Hell is, it's right by the Transformers supply shop, and the superintendent was strolling. Then right over there is the gift shop, or the exit to Transformers. Right here is the entrance to the Stranger Things house. You go over here and you'll wrap around to Soundstage 29. So you'll be going right over here. This will be a very long line. Like the weekend last year, this got up to 3 hours, quite a bit. Stranger Things is very popular IP, especially with Vecna. So I expect this to be a very long line. Get here early. This is probably one of the first ones I film my team member preview and do on opening night, and it should be yours too, especially with The Last of Us. Now outside of Super Nintendo World, because that's part of the after 2 p.m. ticket. Yeah. So if you have the after 2 p.m. day night combo or day night combo express, Super Nintendo World will be open for your enjoyment from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. But again, after coming at 2 p.m. anyway, during a weekday like this, especially school being in session, I'll just go to Super Nintendo World at 2 p.m. It'll be quite empty, or relatively empty, and you'll enjoy Mario Kart and the rest of all the activities at 2 p.m. So I don't even think it's needed to come at 7 to 10 p.m. And again, unless you're coming on a weekend, Super Nintendo World will be busy on Saturday or Sunday. So then it's needed. But yeah, again, use that time for the houses if you want to go through all of them, because you'll need it. You'll really need it. Because even during a Wednesday or Thursday, the houses will be packed. Over 100 minutes for sure. I was here on a Wednesday last year at Halloween Horror Nights, and Stranger Things and Halloween were 3 hours all night long. Sorry, not Stranger Things. The weekend and Halloween were 3 hours long. But yes, if you do come on the weekend and want to go to Super Nintendo World, get the after 2 p.m. ticket, because they'll likely look like this, or even busier than this. Okay, so you got your 4 houses done. Maybe you went to Super Nintendo World if you have that ticket. Maybe you're a little hungry. Do you want to eat it on the lower lot or upper lot? If you want to eat on the lower lot at one of those themed eateries, now would be the time to do so, or maybe after 2 houses. Otherwise, Panda Express is open and Jurassic Cafe will be open. But if you don't want to eat at the themed eateries, I suggest eating upstairs, because this area will just be really congested. Again, 4 houses, Super Nintendo World, and all the rides open, and just it's kind of tiny plaza. It's something like a town square vibe down here, because it's very small, so it'll be very congested, very not comfortable conditions for you. So I suggest eating upstairs if you do not want to go to the Stranger Things bar or the Surfer Boy Pizza restaurant. Once again, I cannot reiterate enough. Express is your friend. I actually never did Express when I came to Horror Nights. This year will be my first time, but yeah, after going a few years, especially last year was the busiest I've ever seen Halloween Horror Nights, and this is the first time I thought, wow, I probably should get Express here, and this year I am. So definitely Express is your friend if you can afford it, though. It is quite expensive, so if you can afford it, get it. But if you can't, listen to these tips and it will get you in a regular standby queue and get everything you want to get done. We have now made it to the studio tour, and again, if you decide to eat, I suggest you eat either before or after the studio tour. But just know, the Terror Tram does close early, around like last time's usually like 11:15 on nights where it closes at 1, and then maybe 12:15 when nights where it closes at 2. So be mindful of that, and yeah, before you definitely go to the lower lot first, come up, maybe do the Terror Tram, then get something to eat, or get something to eat like a snack on the lower lot. But up to you, just know this does close a couple hours earlier than the event. Alright, so over here at the very end of Wizarding World of Harry Potter Hogsmeade, right through this fence will be the 2 houses in the Curious George parking lot, which will be, or the H lot, which will be Chucky and the Monsters Maze, Monsters en Masse. So Chucky is probably very popular because that's a very popular IP. The Monsters Maze is just knock it out of the park. The Monster Mazes, though, usually have the lowest wait times, at least the ones when they're in the Preaching Courtyard. So, well, up to Legends Collide, even last year didn't have that too long of a wait. It did at some points, but for the other low-lot houses, it averaged a lower wait time. So, Monsters could be maybe one of the last ones to do, really, because it could be between 30 and 60 minutes the whole time. Not sure why. They're so good. They're some of my favorite houses, so I can't wait to see it this year. But yeah, Chucky will be very popular, so prepare for that. On your way to those 2 houses in the H lot, you can go see the Death Eaters. That's right, the Death Eaters will be back with the Death Eater encounter. We'll be back over here in Hogsmeade. And again, both these rides, Forbidden Journey and Flight into the Hippogriff, will be open for your enjoyment, but they do close a little early, a couple hours early from the event, so just be mindful of that. Right over here by the plaza is the last scare zone, the Mexican Legend scare zone, basically. Then over here is Minion Cafe, which is another it has a Halloween overlay, and we'll have some cool options, some affordable and quick options if you want something quick to eat. This line goes pretty fast, and it's kind of in the back, so no one really knows it's here. Here are your next 2 houses. You should be going to Montrose, which looks absolutely gorgeous. It's right here on the upper lot. Again, as you can tell, we're taking the reverse route, so we're starting from the bottom, coming up, making our way towards the exit. Montrose is right here, right by Evil Dead Rise. Evil Dead Rise is like basically almost the exact carbon copy of Universal's Horror Hotel. So if you went to Horror Hotel, you can put Evil Dead Rise. It's gonna last on your list, or towards the bottom, because it's a semi-repeat. But you just don't do it. But Montrose is looking gorgeous, and I should just go to Montrose first, then Evil Dead Rise, and then you will have hit all the houses, and then there's the shows to talk about. By the way, if you want a drink break after those 2 houses and before the shows, or however order you decide to do it, you can go ahead and go to the Dia de los Muertos bar, or themed area where there's the Modelo bar. They'll have some snacks and some walk-around characters and even some games sometimes. So definitely go check that out. And that's a good break time, especially if you don't want to do a house and someone else does, or if something's too long, you just hang out right here in the center and there'll be nobody scaring you. All right, right here in the DreamWorks Theater is your first show type of experience. They call it an experience, but we'll list it as a show for now. This is the behind the screens Blumhouse experience. It'd be a museum type of experience. It has a wait time, so I guess it's not really a show, but more of an experience. It'll be a type of museum with behind the scenes costume stuff from Blumhouse movies like Five Nights at Freddy's, Megan, and more. And also have some roaming characters from those movies. Maybe this is where the roaming Megan horde will appear. That'll be super exciting. And of course, some stuff from other Blumhouse movies like Five Nights at Freddy's may appear here as well. That's something, again, I suggest do at the end of your night, because I'm not sure how long the wait's going to be, or really what it is. Again, I'll see that on Tuesday. So, but right now, I suggest to put that on the back burner, or if you just need something to do, like a little break between some of the houses. The Purge Dangerous Waters is the show, or the main show here, and I expect this one to be very popular because it is not the Jabberwockies. The Jabberwockies have been here for several years now, and this is the first new show here in quite a while. And this is the first time this particular show has ever been shown. The Purge Dangerous Waters in the Waterworld stage. I'll be watching this for sure. I expect this to be very popular because, again, it's a brand new show. So definitely, I suggest seeing this because they described it as the EDM-filled hyper energy show, and a very actiony part with the jet skis and everything. It's like a stunt show, so I definitely suggest seeing this. It look really cool at night, especially with these fire effects there. Again, not sure the show times on. We'll know that next week, but just try to plan this in your show. Again, if you have Express, you can go right through there. And lastly, right next to the show here is Waterworld, or the Purge show right there. Now here is the Peacock Bar. We'll get some more themed drinks, and you can meet the Bride of Frankenstein, potentially La Llorona, and David S. Pumpkins. And this is a nice little photo up here. This is the Peacock Halloween Horror Bar. And yeah, come here and join. They're starting to set up just a little spot to get a nice refreshment before and after the show, and before and after the event. Alright guys, that was a long update, I know. I hope you stuck through to the end, and I hope it was really detailed for you. Especially the ticketing portion in the beginning. There's a lot of new tickets this year, and it can be quite confusing on which ticket to get and which one's sold out, which is not sold out. It could be a little bit overwhelming, so I hope this video helped you out. If it did, press that thumbs up and like this video, and subscribe to the channel for more tips and tricks and theme park updates from Universal and all the theme parks down below. I'll be at Knott's Berry Farm for more regular coverage on that project, and Knott's Scary Farm as well this weekend. And also, what tip is your favorite? What route are you planning to go? Do you plan to go from the lower lot to the upper lot, or do you want to do something different? Also, by the way, there's the RIP tour, which is being offered. It's basically the VIP tour, but for Halloween Horror Nights, you can check that out online as well. That gets you express to everything. Do you recommend express? Do you not? I suggest, again, showing up for early entry. It gets very busy between 8 to 9 and after 11 p.m. with the express options, so be mindful of that. If you found this helpful, let me know in the comments below. Subscribe for more theme park updates, and guess what? Have a very horrific day.